always dread having to say hello to winter in the garden, but we've arrived at the time of year where I can't ignore it any longer. I'm starting with the eggplants today, and then the last tomatoes. Pulling out the vines leaves that warm, earthy smell on my hands. A summer smell, even when everything else says winter. The pumpkins are going too. There were a few of them still hiding under the leaves. And these flower pots I used as spacing markers for the berry bushes back in March, I'm finally taking them out. They've almost become part of the garden decor at this point. Bertus is starting on the next section of stone wall, and I'm wondering if we'll get this whole part done before the cold really sets in. Especially since we're leaving for a week tomorrow to celebrate my sister's wedding in Belgium. At least Annalena and her dog Dana are keeping the house and the cats in order while we are gone.
So we're just loosening up the earth to make it easier for the roots to take grip. Okay.
If you remember, when I made the garden, I put down cardboard and then compost on top. So what this also does is go down into the clay layer underneath, so that the compost and the clay mix a little bit. All right. And you can plant them just a bit deeper than the current level of the, so you can plant them like until there or something.
We loosen up the...
Just a little bit, yeah. It's always best.
How though?
You can usually just pull off the bottom. So those roots, and then just pull down. And then there you go.
The layout is so wonky. Yeah. Dana says yes. But what I would think is that because this is like connected to the barn in some way. And did you say there was a butchery in here?
Well, there was one room that was used as a butchery. It's the room where our paint is now. So
Yeah, that's gonna be like that, right? That's connected to the yard. So maybe that.
Yeah, so I should put this into the BricsCAD and see what it gives on 3D, I think.
But I think this is so weird because this.
I think this is even weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this must be the toilet, the outside toilet.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, maybe this was a loose.
Would they have already
shaft
had an
or
outside
something.
toilet back in the 19th century?
Now is that like too advanced?
All those outside toilets look like they are 1940s.
Ah, okay. All
When
right.
you look around in the area.
Okay.
Probably the house just grew with the time, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was probably never built like this. Like
No,
it's
no,
weird.
it's,
There was a main house that was probably the barn and the old farmhouse, and
Then
then
they just keep
Adding
adding things.
stuff.
yeah.
He's always so curious about all the really deep historical things, like everything that's older than every other building in the States that's there. Because if you would go to Europe and look at buildings, like those would be the oldest buildings he would have ever seen in his freaking life. And being able to trace buildings back like that in property and ownership, that would be something that he would be completely baffled by, I'm pretty sure.
The fun thing, of course, is if this is a like mid-19th century Callisto map, and the maps are still there, you would expect to also have this to be there.
The question is, in what archive
Yes, that's the question.
are they?
Yeah.
Are we wrapping tomatoes?
Yes, only the ones that aren't cracked. So these ones don't go in there. Shall we make a list for everything that needs doing when we get back home? Well, obviously we need to prioritize finishing the wall. I'm really hoping that we get another week or two of good weather when we get back.
I should look into ordering wood too, if we want to start making the shuttles next.
And I want to put the vegetable garden to sleep and cover the empty beds with mulch. So I have to mow the lawn.
Ja, dat is de vraag. Ja. Nou ja, het punt is dat eigenlijk als je alleen maar gewoon houten planken neer wil leggen op die stalen dragers, dan zitten eigenlijk die dragers er weer uit elkaar voor. Dan gaan ze doorhangen een beetje die houten planken, zoals een top. Dus het beste kan je dan tussen de dragers in. En dat is niet goed te hebben, kan je dan balk tussen plaatsen eigenlijk in een gebied die het hangt. Die dan gebruikt als ondersteuning voor planken bovenop. Of iemand zou ook misschien met een beeldplaats.
This wasn't your last harvest, was it?
No. I bought those. This is the starting point. I do hope to, like, next year to be able to plant the garlic that I've harvested. That would be cool.
So this deep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because you're using the tool and I'm not. I was wondering.
And what I also love about growing garlic yourself is that you actually have two harvests from garlic. So you have the bulbs, but also the scapes. So it's like the flower buds before they open. And they are super nice to like stir fry or grill in the oven or barbecue. When we visited the house, there were also two big wagons, carts, whatever, still in the warehouse, which they went out.
Tomorrow is market day?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Mornings.
Well, it goes until 12 or something.
That's okay.
Same thing all over again.
Yeah.
Here I am again, working in the dark. And the reason why we sometimes have to do this is because lime mortar needs to set a little bit before you can finish it. But it also shouldn't be too hard. And so to complete all the steps in the process, we sometimes have to work late hours to get the job done. And for next week, the weather forecast predicts colder days, and there'll be less than the 5 degrees Celsius that we need for the lime mortar to properly set. So we are pointing as much as possible while we still can, and we're just hoping for some more days of mild autumn weather so we can still finish the last section of wall this year.